Good morning. Today is about the Three of Pentacles. Again, this is the Drop 'em Challenge by Mindful Tarot. And here is the Wade Smith Centennial Edition version of the Three of Pentacles. So we're still in the Pentacles, kind of the earthly realm. This card speaks to me of being grounded, of the need to do the work. That's why we're seeing this stonemason here kind of in the prominent position doing the hard work, but also of teamwork. You know, he can't do it all alone. We have this hooded figure that's either an architect or a lady who is the patron of this work on this building. He or she's holding the plans, and then we have the friar here, the clergy church person. And kind of the combination of the three of them speaks to me about the need to make plans, the need to have faith in what you're doing, and then getting down and doing the actual work. So let's talk about this a little bit more. So the whole idea of teamwork, we kind of touched on that. The need to plan, the need to believe in the project, and then when all of that is taken care of, then and only then it's time to get your hands dirty, work on your skills, and put all those plans into action. So that's kind of my interpretation of the Three of Pentacles. The second part of this challenge is to zero in on a detail in this particular card. And for me today, it was the yellow apron that the stonemason is wearing. For some reason, that little flash of brighter color caught my attention this morning. So I thought about it. What does this apron mean? What does it symbolize? What can we learn from it? To me, it speaks of the fact that he came prepared. You know, he took care, he put this on, and I feel like as soon as he slips this apron over his head and ties it behind his back, he's ready to get to work. At the same time, you know, it's also something that he takes off at the end of the day. So it's almost like it serves as a boundary or a framework that kind of signals when it's time to work, but also when it's time to stop. I feel sure it's also a way to kind of get yourself into the right frame of mind to stand there and do the hard work that I feel sure stonemasonry is. And, you know, we can kind of metaphorically put that apron on and get ready to work, but then also take it off. So it speaks of the need to protect ourselves and to set boundaries with our work. In other words, there's a time to put on the apron and get to work, but there's also a time to take it off and call it a day. So that was the detail that stood out to me. And the third portion of this challenge, or the third prompt, is discovery. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I am a romance fiction writer, so I like to think about how I use this card to inspire my writing, because I use tarot to help me develop my characters and to add more interest and create more layers, more nuance in my chapters and scenes. So the obvious thing is, of course, that this card could inspire me to create a character who is an artisan or some sort of person who works with their hands. So this could be a plumber, this could be an electrician, you know, any kind of vocation along those lines. Or it could be a handyman. You know, the basic idea, I have a character, either male or female, who works with their hands. I could also make this story or this character about a collaboration. So for example, maybe some sort of project in town brings my characters together. Maybe they're restoring something. Maybe they're building something. Maybe they're helping a company get back on its feet, that kind of thing. The fact that we have 3 people in this in this card is also interesting. So maybe I can come up with the 3rd person to enter the story. Now, I typically write your traditional 2-person male-female type of romance. So for me, this 3rd person could be somebody that either brings my characters together, or it could be somebody that is a bit of an interference, an obstacle that my characters have to overcome before they can be together. So, for example, a common romance trope is falling for the best friend's little sister. So in this case, this older brother of the female love interest can be a little bit of an obstacle, somebody who tries to keep these 2 from being together because maybe he thinks his best friend isn't quite good enough to date his little sister, that kind of thing. So this is something the characters have to overcome in one way or another before they can be together and have their happily ever after moment. And then, of course, there is also a whole lot of small details in this card that we can pull from. So again, this whole idea of architecture really catches my attention. This is a beautiful archway that these people are standing under. So I could tap into that and maybe have my characters go take a look at some sort of architectural building, go do some sightseeing, that kind of thing. This also looks like a gate, almost like an entryway. So maybe I have them walking through some sort of gate, either in the physical realm or metaphorically. Maybe this is the time where they have to step through and make a big decision that drives the remainder of the story. And this, of course, also speaks to me of making plans. So what kind of plans could my characters make for the coming days and weeks ahead? And then, of course, since we have somebody here, or actually a team of people here, working on crafting and creating a building, that is something I could bring into the story. So maybe this story is about them building a house, restoring a house, renovating a house. Or maybe it could be as simple as one character helping the other with something that needs doing in their house. Maybe it's a leaky faucet, maybe it's hanging a picture, maybe it's sprucing things up with a few houseplants and some pillows and throws, that kind of thing. So there's a lot that tarot can do to help us inspire our writing. I hope you found this interesting, my personal take on the 3 of Pentacles and how I use it in my fiction writing. I hope you'll follow along. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel if this is something that's interesting to you. And again, the idea is to work through the entire tarot deck, all 78 cards, 1 card at a time, exploring them. I'm having a lot of fun with this, and I will see you tomorrow with the next of the Pentacle cards.